Hi everybody, welcome to Mad Artist Paradise. My name is Mad Artist, and let me just fix something. And of course the Logi camera is having a dorp. Hold a moment. And such, but yes, I apologize for the delay in the stream. I was supposed to stream like 30 minutes ago, but my roommate decided to pretty much had the hose going like nut, and when the hose actually run, it literally sounds like a water park, so it was a little hard to stream when something actually sounds like a water park. And such, so again, I apologize for the delay. And such, I already started. Now let me get that out. So okay, apparently the camera have a slight delay. But I started doing a little something of a tarot card and such, cause I was actually working on the comic work earlier, and Blazer actually helped me out with some of the stuff. Helped me out with it, and I was like, I'm in the mood to do Egyptian stuff today, so. Yes, I had to respond back to a message, so again, I do apologize for the delay. And so if anything, just sit back and relax. Hello! Let's see, we got people coming into chat! Hooray! I am so happy. Cause here I was going like, oh crap, like I started like 30 minutes late and such, like it's gonna be a slow day, but yay, happy to see wonderful people in the chat. Inside, how y'all doing by the way? Hopefully the weather haven't been that bad. Yep, later it's always good to have food in your stomach. Such being well fed and everything. I actually had pizza earlier, so yay! Although the way the pizza was kind of reminded me of Subway pizza, so whatever. And for Tag, glad to see you got back from vacation. What kind of vacation you went to? Hopefully somewhere nice, like maybe in the mountain or nah, I don't know. Like, been a long time since I've been on a vacation, so I don't know what to find a vacation anymore. Oh, that's nice. Well, I guess that's yeah. I kinda wish I can go to Pennsylvania. Heard it's nice this year. But then again, I do know there's a Dorney Park and a Six Flags somewhere close by, so who knows? Hershey or Del Grusso? I have. Blazer, you're saying names that I don't know, so I am actually curious about this too. There we go, make things look a little better. Huh, that is weird. I would have thought with the name Nobel, the K would have been silent. So instead of No, so from what I'm understanding, instead of Nobel, it's Knobel. I can't speak. I'm just gonna shut up and keep drawing. Oh wait, I forgot that the scarab have. Oh god, I'm blanking on how the scarab have their little arms and such. And there's a reason why I'm actually putting the scarab in here. And such because in a interesting oh come on phone. An interesting fact about Ra is that theoretically the winged scarab is supposed to be one of its forms. So it's like that's something that I never really noticed. Okay, so I only got two. He only got two, so. I feel like the wings are a little bit off center, but eh. Yep, my wings are a little bit off center. Whoop. So we're gonna try to make them a little bit. Try to make them a little bit more balanced, but eh. Again, Blader, honey, it took me more than like 15 years to practice. So it's like if you really try and such, I'm confident you could be able to create masterpieces. And heck, it doesn't have to even be drawing. It could just be writing and such, or like other form of creativity. And I'm sorry if y'all keep hearing some sort of clanking or something. Since that would just be me trying to clear my brush, well, not my brush, my dip pen. Yeah, and if anything, when it comes to creativity, it's like I always tell people, well, I always try to encourage that you don't have to be good artist to be creative. Like, I gotta suck at writing, and such a point. Here I am trying to write a comics script earlier, and Blazer was actually, okay, he was helping me with it earlier. Much to my like, Yes, that's why I'm very happy that you're good at writing compared to me. Like I'm pretty much just as good at writing maybe like a second or third grader, maybe. I can get creative with words, but once you start putting grammar and other stuff in there, forget it. I'm just gonna go like, help! Ooh, this is a nice music. I almost feel like I'm in a boss battle with this music, like, well, I mean, we got the main boss here. Sun God and King of Egypt. I love it. I actually gotta save that music. That's awesome. I love it. I didn't know WoW had some Egyptian like setting in it, but then again, I haven't seen the full world of WoW yet, so there could be a region or a section somewhere that have Egyptian lore to it and such. Yeah, I know. It's like given with the amount of gods and kind of power they have, it's like, I mean, come on, game. It's like you're looking at some like really good, some good opportunity here for like an Egyptian themed, like like Egyptian themed video game. I love how I'm blanking out on the word video game. Like I'm doing really well right now. Like, and I know I got the Scarab blocking it, but. Yeah, Kratos had to get through Thor first because I remember at the ending of if I remember the ending of the last God of War game, he pretty much went through hell and back, literally. Got the whole journey thing taken care of, and pretty much Thor's not happy with the fact that Kratos just killed two of his sons, so that's a problem. So I don't know if it's more like so I don't know if it's more like, okay, are they going to have that adventure continue, or maybe that'll be a DLC and such, and if so, it's like, how are they gonna handle Kratos going to other culture? Plus, as much as I would like to see him interact with other culture and other gods, it's like, in a sense, what's gonna drive him to those cultures? Like, okay, North I can understand because, yeah, God of War Ragnarok, sweet! But yeah, but I can understand, Kratos, dealing with the Norse god because of the whole, like, okay, the kid Loki, or, God, I actually forgot what the kid's name is, other than Loki, and such, but theoretically, Loki was supposed to be Atreus. There we go. Thanks for reminding me, Blazer. But yeah, but Atreus, was supposed to be, at least his mother was supposed to be a giant. And such, there's have been theories of whether Kratos is the actual father, or just being the adoptive father. Like, I kind of like to play it as, like, okay, he's the actual father of Atreus, because not only how Freya actually reacted with the whole, like, you didn't bloody tell him that he's part God, are you insane? And the whole, Kratos was saying, oh, the boy doesn't need to know, like, he doesn't need to know the godly heritage, because the whole, like, who knows where that would have come from. Like, the whole, like, because after Atreus found out, he pretty much went with the whole, I'm so invincible, when he's not. So it's like that kind of egotistic power, well, it's not really a power, but that kind of ego went to his head, like, immediately. So that's why I kind of think Kratos is the actual father, because, like, if Atreus, I think Atreus, like, what, 10 years old? So, like, that's enough time to really kind of have that sense of being able to handle things. But, I don't know, I just like to think that, like, okay, he found love, with the giant, and with Atreus, being his son, he was given a second chance at a family. Like, I kinda like that idea. Kinda like a sense of redemption, in a sense. And such, but what can I say? I'm a sucker for good redemption arc. And such, especially when Kratos had it really rough in the past God of War, like, being a servant of Ares, only to wind up murdering his not his parents, his family, and such, and then having to deal with the fact that the Greek god betrayed him, and such, and he finally got all that behind him. So it's like, I just like to imagine, that he found love and actually started a family, you know, like, he had nothing left to really lose or gain, so, well, I don't know at this point. I'm just rambling. That's just the way I am. I always love rambling when it comes to game theories and such. Like, I just love games. I love the way these games make me think. It's like, woo. And let me just pop that there. Okay, now I'm gonna be trying something a little bit new. Hopefully this works. Cause if not, I'm probably gonna cry. I just realized the camera was shaky. I'm so sorry. There we go. And that sudden cut was not me, people. think I might actually, because I'm really liking how I'm doing this, but we'll see how the color aspect works, because I'm actually trying a little experiment with my drawing gum actually. And the drawing gum is actually the thing right here and such, so it'll actually keep the area that I covered actually white, so like the eye for example, and any of the highlight section I actually did. And such, it's going to keep it white, but depending on how this works, I might actually, I'm actually thinking of doing the full, do the tarot card with the Egyptians though, cause I always wanted to do a full a full tarot card set, but I could never find, well, I mean, there was a couple things I want to do, like the season and such, which I'll probably do on my longer card and such, but yeah, I might actually do the full Egyptian tarot card set and have it available on my store and such. So I just kind of pull up my list again to figure out how many gods am I actually doing. And such, so this one's the experiment version for Raw. So like I said, if all goes well, I'll be pretty much doing be doing the same method for all of them with the same idea. I just gotta get one particular thing. And I had to step away for a moment because I didn't realize I contaminated my water with the big blob of drawing gum. But it's all good now, so I just gotta find the right brush again. And hi, Kami. Yeah, today's artwork is actually trying to do a little something tarot card style, but with the Egyptian god Ra. Actually, this is like an experimental thing I'm doing for a possible upcoming project in regard to my comic. Actually. Got a little patchwork going. There we go. Have like a little bit of a. Oh gosh, I just realized how saturated it looked on the stream. I am so sorry, folks. Massage, white balance. Oh gosh, I gotta do a lot of fixing for a moment. I apologize. Okay, white balance there, but holy crap, reduce the brightness and the saturation. My goodness, ah. Okay, y'all gonna have to give me a moment because my Logitech camera decided to be wonky again. Like I had this, oh boy, I had the setting just right before, but I guess probably because of the fact that the lighting system had changed outside. Like the lighting system had changed outside, so it's like not as bright as it used to be in here. So I do apologize if things looked a little bit weird. Oh, and it is a lovely music too. I want to say that. Okay, again, I apologize for the thing looking very weird and such, but I can promise you it looks a lot better in person and such. And yes, I do remember the Egyptian reference in My Little Pony regarding the sink and the original like the original icon of hope. And I'm just doing this quickly just to try to get the thing to flatten out. But the only downside about these watercolor paper, they love the warp. Yeah. In a weird sense, it kind of, like, this is just how I do it because for some reason my watercolor paper always seems to love to warp regardless of the fact if I stretched it or not. And so it's pain in the butt, but get the job done. This and grab my other thing I want to use. Get the whole thing soaking. And of course, rummage through my brush container. Oh, that's beautiful record to listen to. There it is. I was wondering where my tiny one went. So it's kind of getting my tiny one and just a couple more. Where did I put the rest? There it is. Nah, but I'm sure they probably make it a sense of a griffin or some sort of powerful hawk and such because Ra is supposed to have more of a hawkish like appearance. No, I mean a hawk. Falcon is actually supposed to be under Horus. The thing is, Ra and Horus actually have a lot of similarity in terms of what they represent and such, but the thing is, the only difference between Ra and Horus actually is the fact that Ra is featured as as more of a hawk, where Horus is more of a falcon. And there's actually a real life reference to that too, because the hawk is actually bigger in size compared to Horus actually. So it kind of makes sense that he was that big in size, that he had that animal too. The Egyptian god of the moon is actually a little bit more complicated, actually. Because, if I remember some of the mythology, some say it's the Egyptian god Tooth, or Tooth. I always forgot how to say its name, but, some say it's the god Tooth, but other people actually said there's a different god of the moon because in the story of um, in one of the stories, actually, the god of wisdom, actually, yeah. But in one of the creation story, actually, there was actually Truth is actually the god of wisdom who bargained against the god of the moon for 5 days, well, 5 days, night, technically. Technically, there's supposed to be like a 5 extra days that doesn't exist, because the thing is that Ra, being a little bit of a prick about the whole, like, oh yeah, by the way, you're gonna be dethroned one way or another. Like, I mean, come on, typical family matter issue. But basically, he pretty much cursed, like, his, grandkids, Nut and Geb, to not be able to have children as long as there's light, in the world. And such. So as long as the light shines, and such, they can't have kids. And they were upset about it. They were upset about it to the point, Geb, I think that's her name, actually went to Tunt, who then in turn went to the god of the moon and played the Egyptian version of chess in order to wager 5 days of light. So therefore, there's no light in the world for 5 days. And in return, Geb and Nut was able to produce 5 children. Not 5 children, 4 children. I forgot. The first day was Osiris. Second day was supposed to be held for Horus, who was born from Osiris and Isis. The third day Seth born. Seth was born from on the third day. Fourth day was Isis, and then the fifth day was Neptus and such. And yeah, so at this point, it's like I'm just going through the story in my head of the whole like, and that's later at this point, since Rob couldn't do anything else about it, it's he pretty much loved the grandkids and such, and then eventually at some point there was something about a secret name, and like there was a secret name situation, and then it was just like, oh, okay, like I don't know. Plus, I got no idea what I'm doing with the coloring, to be honest. Like, I'm trying to keep the color mute as possible. Of course, I keep getting dirty colors, but that's fine. Yeah, Koshu, that's the name of the moon god of uh, of Egypt, or at least in the story, anyway. And such, like, there's been some complication because Khonshu is wasn't technically the god of the moon until much later on. But the thing is, it's then I think he came in when the Greek came in and such, which is why when I was trying to figure out the script of the story, it was being rather difficult because it's like there are some Greek influence. There's some Greek influence, and then there's like no Greek influence. My head. Yeah, again, there's that complication where Torch is supposed to be the god of wisdom, but also the moon god. But this is why intense research had to be done, because the whole, like, oh boy, there's just so much to double check about, because it's like, okay, there could be like the Greek interference to pretty much no interference. At this point, I got no idea what I'm doing, other than making mud. I mean, I'm gonna probably fix things up with the lighting. Oh, thank you, Ring! And thank you so much for the lovely donation. It's always appreciated. And yeah, the Greeks interfere with everything. Yeah, even going as far as they actually did one time try to force the Egyptian to forego their gods in order to worship theirs. Well, you know what I mean. They tried to force the Egyptian to forsaken the Egyptian gods to worship the Greek gods and such, because technically the Egyptian god had no parts in the Greek mythology. But of course, that backfired and such, when it's like, oh wait, there's underground temples to worship these gods. So yeah, whoop. Pretty much kind of show this is what happens when you try to force someone to accept your culture. Yeah, that's true. It's like that's why the aspect of God is rather unique, and such, because in a way they're all kind of the same, just under different names. So it's like when people talk about different culture, it's always fascinating how it's like, okay, how did this god refer to the other? And such in turn with name, like the sun god, we got Ra here, but there is also Amaterasu as well, who is the Japanese sun god, or in this case, goddess. And I will be adding some darker colors to this to help empathize the lines more, along with some highlights. A little bit of some shading in there. Okay. And now to try to carefully get the things off. I usually not recommend an Ecto Blade, but like I said, I usually not recommend an Ecto Blade because you can accidentally rip the paper, like I almost did. Where is my stick? Again, I'm just trying to be careful of getting the glue off, the drawing gum. Cause if it's not, if I just try to force it off, like crazy, I can accidentally rip the paper. There we go. Yeah, now, like, I don't know if you can, you guys can see some of the more white highlights that I did. Where's my Van Dyke Brown? There it is, Van Dyke Brown. Now we're gonna go in with a little bit more extra detail. And I know, like, an hour passed. Let me just see what time it is. We'll let it go for another 20 minutes, cause we're almost done anyway. And such, so... Oh, goodness. Did not realize I had that going on with my inkwell thing. Well, I'll just have to be careful. Nothing like epic music to get us in the mood. Or get us in the zone. And I honestly thought I was gonna hate how that was going, but I'm actually liking it now. All it takes is a little patience. And so, Jenna, I'm not gonna be outlining it completely in dark color, just to kind of still allow the color to shine, but to also emphasize some session. So it's like the disc here. In fact, I'm actually gonna darken the lines a little bit to add a little bit more empathy of like, hey, this thing is here. Like use the dark line to bring some stuff more to the foreground, so it doesn't get lost in the background. And also to kind of emphasize a little detail on the little snake. A little bit of some cross hatching going. What is up, my friend? Don't mind me, I'm just sharpening my pencil quickly. Yeah, I just added some a little white spots. Just kind of add a little empathy to shine or something inside. There we go. Get a little bit more empathy with the detail work. Didn't realize how what my brush was. Try to add a little bit more emphasis with the color. Didn't realize the camera was shaking. Sorry. Oh, what a music to nearly end the song. And that wasn't even an intentional either, it just happened to come up. Gotta fix the eye a little bit. And there we go. We got the raw card. Yeah, I might experiment a little bit more in terms of how to do the coloring and such, but I think I did pretty well for my first tarot card. So let me actually get the tape removed. Yeah, and just a reminder to everyone who's watching the stream, pretty much during or technically after the stream and such. I do custom tarot cards, so if there's something you want, you can get a customized tarot card. My pricing is on my website, so if you go to madartistparadise.com and you go to the custom illustration tab, then the information will be right there in terms of how you can order the card, how you can order a custom commission, and what will be required and such. So like I said, I do the cards. Let me actually. carefully get the back off. Yeah, so, like I said, I do custom tarot cards. Well, pretty much custom illustration as a whole. It could be something small like the tarot card, like what I have here. And such, you'll see in its glory as soon as I finish taking all the tapes off. But I also do full-size illustration as well, and this is why I was trying to be careful with the tape, because I'm kind of ripping at the paper a little bit. And such. But yeah, I do custom illustration along with children's book, animation, storyboard, and such. So you just go to my website at www.madartistparadise.com. You can check out my gallery, my videos of all the streams I've done before. So if you're not able to see them on Twitch or YouTube, like I also post them on my website too, so that way, should they be taken down for any reason and such, you won't miss them out on the website. Why did I do squiggles with these things? I just had to be careful because I was about to rip the paper. And there we go. Raw in its glory. In a tarot card glory. And such. These guys will be coated with a gloss coat. And such. And again, I do take custom illustrations. So if you want something unique, like maybe your favorite deities or some sort of other element, it is possible to get it requested. So with that, I hope you all had a fun time today. With the stream. I do again apologize for running a little bit late, and such, but my roommate decided to turn on the hose at the last minute. So with that, I hope you all had a wonderful time today. Try to keep it from falling. And such, stay creative, stay cool, stay hydrated, stay creative. I love y'all, and I will see you all next Sunday. No, scratch that. I'll see you on Wednesday with the new game. We're continuing the adventure of Ori and the Blind Forest with Ori and Will the Wisp. So, jumping right into our next adventure already. Woo! So we got that happening on Wednesday, and next Sunday will be another art stream. Who knows what I'll be doing? I'll maybe be doing another tarot card, or maybe something else. The possibility is endless. So with that, and like I said, I do accept doodle requests, so if there's something you want me to doodle or create live for the next art stream on Sunday, please send a donation to my Streamlab. It will be connected to my Twitch, or if with any luck, it should be connected in the description. So if you make a donation before next Sunday, I can be able to do a doodle request within reason. Such, I don't do any not safe for work, so it had to be a simple request, especially since I'm going to be dedicating like 30 minutes of the stream to the request. So again, if there's anything you want to see next stream, please give a donation of a minimum of, I think it was $5, but the description will say it. So with that, I love y'all, and I thank y'all for being wonderful fans. I'll see y'all next Wednesday for Ori, and next Sunday for the art stream. Doodle!